All right, we're going to be doing a side part ponytail in Hannah's hair today. I've already brushed out her hair, starting at the bottom and working my way up. And now I'm going to add a little bit of my wax stick right along the edges. I'm going to comb through the wax, make sure that I haven't tangled anything up. And you're going to be pulling it back into a ponytail. I always recommend a side part. You can make it work with a center part. It's just a lot more work. I recommend a side part. It works best with most faces and it's easier to work with for doing our ponytail. So sit up straight and tall for me. Excellent. And she's got a nice natural little parting going on over here on the side that I'm going to follow very near to. And to maintain the part, I need to separate out the hair on each side of the part before I pull it into the ponytail. So I'm going to clip off each side. Now Hannah has very fine hair. My little clip was trying to escape there, so I'm going to use a different clip. That one's a little bit stronger. There we go. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking the hair that's right above the ear up to the top of the crown. And I'm doing that on both sides. It doesn't have to be a straight part. The part's going to be hidden in the style. Now I'm going to continue on as with a regular ponytail. I'm going to take it into two sections. I'm going to determine where I want my ponytail to rest, and I'm going to aim for right about here. The higher I go, the more of a roll I'll need to put into the piece that I'm pulling back. So you can go higher, just know that you're going to have to twist these side pieces a bit more, and I'll get to that twisting here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to set her right about here, and to do that I am going to take the hair and just make a simple rough part to that point. There we are. I'm going to clip off the hair underneath and put this beginning stage into a ponytail. This piece is my anchoring piece. This will be the strongest point of my ponytail, and this will literally anchor the ponytail to this spot so that it doesn't slide, so that I get the shape and direction that I want with my part and those pieces. I'm going to take a look at Hannah. I'm going to make sure she's sitting up straight and tall for me, and then I'm going to look at where her ears are and where my hand is, and I'm going to make sure that my hand is right in the middle between her ears. In doing this, I'm making sure that my ponytail is going to be in the middle. Having a reference point to measure from is always good. And one last little time around, I want my anchor to be nice and strong, so I'm pulling this band to its tightest point. There we go. A nice strong anchor. So looks a little funny when it's just that by itself, but once we build everything else onto it, it's going to be perfect. Now for the second part of this ponytail, I'm going to have you again sit up straight and tall for me, and then I'm going to have you actually look up at the ceiling and kind of keep your head up just like that. The reason I'm having Hannah look up is so that I can get all of the little hairs from underneath to be nice and smooth. So I'm just taking the remaining hair that is in the back, I'm pulling it up, and I'm going to add another hair tie. Resist against me. Don't put your head down. That is perfect. Nicely done. All right, relax. Go ahead and put your head normal. And as you can see, I've got it all up. It looks like just one ponytail, but really it's two bands creating that one pony. Check and make sure I got everything nice and smooth. There's one little tiny bump there. Sometimes you can just take your comb, and if you get a little bump, you can sort of smooth it out, pull on the hair next to it, get it all nice and even. If you find that it doesn't get as smooth as you want it to get, you can take it out and put it up again. Or if you make a little lump when you're playing with things. And when you take it out, as I'm going to do with this one, I'm carefully just removing that top hair tie because my anchor is still really good. And I don't want to have to do both. So I've still got my anchor, but I didn't quite get it quite as smooth as I wanted. I'm going to have you look up for me again one more time, Hannah. Excellent. Take a little bit more time, make sure I get all of those little hairs going right where I want them. Everyone's hair is a little bit different thickness, and so you'll find that your bands will need to be wrapped around a different number of times for each. And go ahead and relax, put your chin down a little bit for me. There we go. Much better, nice and secure. That's a very sturdy ponytail, it's not going anywhere. All right, and so now I'm going to bring in my two sides. To ensure that the part will maintain its shape when I bring this back, you have a few options. You can softly take this back, and her hair is going very easily for me. It doesn't look like I need to twist it at all. If her hair would start to bubble or start to slide and kind of hide the part a little bit, I would want to take and roll the piece. And what I mean by roll it is simply roll it. It gives it a nice little twist here, and you can do that. Or if their hair goes smoothly back into it, you can have it smooth. Hannah's hair did it perfectly. So I like the roll. I like it smooth back. I'm going to leave it just like this. I'm going to hold it right up against my existing ponytail, and I'm going to take yet another band. That'll be band number 3. I've transitioned to a smaller band. And there we go. Very nice. I'm going to finish off with just a little bit of hairspray. Make sure it's going to stay. Perfect. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm going to do the same type of twist. Now again, if their hair cooperates with you and goes nice and smooth back without having to do a twist, and you like the look of that, then that is great. You do not have to twist. Got my roll, anchors it in, and then again, the 4th hair tie is going around all of the existing hair ties. I think I'm going to do a little tiny cheat here because I really like the way that it's nice and smooth, but I've got this one little tiny tuft of hair here and it's kind of poking out. So I am going to actually just take, and I'm going to see if this will work. I'm going to grab a little bit of that tuft, and I'm just going to slide this band right underneath the pony, and there we go. Perfect. That got rid of that little tuft of hair for me. And that gave us a side part ponytail. I'm going to finish her off with one last little step for our side part pony. I'm going to take just a little bit of her natural hair, and since we've got all of these bands here that you can see, you could at this point take a scrunchie, a hair accessory of some sort, and put it on there, or you could take just a little bit of her hair and see which direction it wants to go. I think this one's going to go down. Wrap this around, and I'm going to finish off with my little hair art tool. I'm going to slide this first. I'm not going to slide the whole thing through her ponytail because I've made it so nice and tight. I'm going to slide just the little tiny end up underneath her ponytail. So that's what that looks like. I've just taken and slid that right up underneath her ponytail, and I'm going to feed this through as if I'm threading a needle. And then I'm going to pull this back through. And I'm going to smooth that little tiny bit of hair down right along her scalp. Excellent. All right, so we have a very simple side part pony. We've twisted it just a bit to get it to lay down and to maintain the side part. At this point, you have a lot of options. You can add hair accessories. You could curl her ponytail, all sorts of stuff. But this is a nice foundation and a nice simple style if you didn't want to go further from there.